I watched Sleepless in Seattle the other day. Let's just say Tom's acting had me falling asleep.
I hope it won't take long for you to get to me. Been waiting for so long, and I'm thinking it's not meant to be. I can't wait to see you flowing long brown hair.
Hello?
Oh, yeah, you
Okay,
sound
we're good.
Sound higher fire than Andy's album.
Are we doing this?
Okay. Wait, is the episode starting yet? Welcome to Nice Tunes.
We start? Hello, everyone. Andy Ketch here. The internet's busiest nice tune. And today we're reviewing the new Matthew DeVoll album, Yeezus.
Wait, what was the title of that?
What did I say? I think I said Yeezus.
Wow. You
My
mentioned
beautiful,
that you had
dark,
like
twisted Scamperhouse.
Oh my god. I'm so glad. This is already so much better because you're here. Like, do you want to just
I'm
replace
gonna have
me
so
on the
much fun
show?
with this. Sure.
Matt,
And then you should just not invite Andy back either.
you guys just take over. You're the new Nice Tunes.
Yeah, it'll just be me. It'll just be me and Devin.
Yeah. DeVoll House, Ketch, how are you doing today? I'm so happy to have you on our show. Nice Tunes.
Thank you. It's good to be here. This ramen tastes even better now that it knows that it's in the presence of a nice tune. Usually it doesn't taste this good.
We are encountering some lag here.
Oh, you are?
It's like doing that thing where it's like cutting out,
I think it does it a little bit for you, but not as much. Maybe I have some extraneous applications open that I could close.
Yeah,
Let's take a look. I'm gonna close Road Rash. I've been playing a lot of Road Rash.
What's Road Rash?
It's a classic Sega Genesis game. It's a racing game where you're on motorcycles, and you just go down this never-ending highway, and it's a race. Like, you get to the end of the race, you win, try to get in first place or whatever. But you can punch the other motorcyclers, and you can fight your way to the top or whatever. And you can get hit by cars and stuff and fall off your bike.
Oh my god.
It's so fun.
That feels very on brand for you to be playing it.
And the best part about it is there are cop motorcycles too. So if you fall off of your bike while a cop's around, you'll get busted, and then the race just ends.
Oh my god. And
It's so good.
It's an emulator for what system did you say?
Sega Genesis.
Oh god. Okay. Well.
Yeah.
This is the Nice Tunes recommendation for Road Rash, I guess.
Today we're reviewing Road Rash
Yeah.
by EA.
How'd you know it was by EA? Did you look up on Wikipedia? As?
This is Nice Tunes, yes. So couldn't even stop myself.
Oh man. Yeah.
Severe friction burns? Oh, it's the game. Okay.
Yeah.
I've got severe friction burns. Altamuse.
The soundtrack to the game, by the way, is amazing, and I own it. And by I own it, I mean I ripped the tracks off YouTube, but they're really good.
You should. Do you not have it on vinyl?
Dude, that would be so weird if something like that was on vinyl.
God,
But if it was, I would definitely have it.
We were at a thrift store during the summer, and there was this Pac-Man vinyl. I don't know what it was, but it had Pac-Man on it, and it was a picture vinyl.
I think I have exactly what you're talking about.
What?
I think I have a copy of what you're talking about.
What is
I don't
it
have it with me. It's at home, but it is. Yeah, it's a picture disc, and it's not video game 8-bit looking Pac-Man. It's cartoon
Yeah,
Is that what you're
exactly.
talking- Yeah, I have that. It was like a
What?
promotional album or something.
What the
I found
heck?
it in my I know, that's so weird. That's the weirdest coincidence. I found it in a closet somewhere deep in my dad's mom's house.
What?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
And
Wait,
along
so-
with that, that's when I found the copy of, do you remember, I think it was not this past Christmas, but the Christmas before it, or maybe it wasn't either Christmas, it was just a few months ago, I tweeted you a picture of this We Are the World vinyl.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
That
because
was
of the Kickstarter.
Yeah, I found that at the same time. Like, I found all these in the same spot. I found that. I found the Pac-Man vinyl, and I also found a Richard Simmons vinyl,
What?
which I have
Oh
yet
my
to
God.
actually like listen to. But it's literally like a motivation, like exercise,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
positive,
Oh
like
my
Richard
God.
Simmons.
Did you? I don't know. I
It's
don't know how you know
ridiculous.
this, but do you know that Andy carried around a Richard Simmons VHS that I got him in his car for all of last year?
That's
I don't know why.
amazing.
He
This
might
Did you ever
still
watch
have
it?
like,
Oh, I'm
where
sure he
is,
has it.
'cause,
Like, but it used to like just be in his car.
yeah.
This is all connected. Like-
This is the circle. Like, I think we're better friends than we think we are.
You've always been a nice teen. You're the
Yeah.
hidden fourth nice teen. We're all like connected.
I'm the yeah.
Oh my god.
You
well,
you didn't create Nice Tunes. It was already. It always existed.
That's actually the truth. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Devin's like nodding his head like in like bewilderment. Like yeah.
So like just Nice Tunes and Nice Teens is becoming more and more existential with every new like conversation about it. Like, because earlier we talked about how all conversation and all acts
Yeah.
will become a Nice Tunes. Now we've learned that Nice Tunes has always existed and always will exist. It has no beginning or end.
Right.
So it's
Nice
like
Tunes is not a linear function. It
Nice Tunes is like light. It has no perception of time or space.
Oh my god. Yeah.
It's like Nice Teens is God.
Oh my. I mean, in the future, like to rule over a people, like a civilization, will be called nice tuning, because everything will be
Yeah,
called nice tuning.
That's
So
true.
like
Yeah.
that makes sense. That wow.
So it's
So-
already,
So we are God.
All right, that wraps up this episode of Nice Tunes. If you'd like to subscribe, no, I'm just kidding.
There needs to be like there needs to be like a drinking game for nice tunes. Like whenever someone says, "Okay, well that's the end of the episode."
Or have we started yet?
Yeah, exactly. Have we started yet?
Or I'm gonna cut that out. Or
or
Is this
I
a
like
bit?
try to edit it.
Or we
Yeah,
can't
or-
talk about the album yet.
That's like an
Woody
IRL
Allen,
license. Woody Allen, yeah. Me and Andy like have a pretentious conversation about coffee.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or I just cackle like a witch.
Or Andy doesn't like
That
something.
would be. Yeah.
That one alone
Exactly.
would get everyone like wasted.
Yeah, that one and the you laughing one. You cackling.
Yeah. I keep on
Right.
laughing like in response to it.
We need to tell Matt about our conversation of like us being the Beatles, of the Nice Teens being the Beatles.
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
So, am I one of the four? Is it us
Yeah.
four?
Yeah.
So
it
which one
is.
am I?
Okay, well, let's go like. So you're George Harrison, which I think makes total
Oh,
sense.
really?
Now that I'm thinking about it again,
Mhm, yeah.
because like
Really?
you're kind of like.
Explain yourself.
Wait, what?
He said
Explain yourself, because that would be my last choice, honestly.
Really?
For you?
I feel like the most Ringo-like person. He's always been my favorite.
Yeah, I mean it's like.
I mean, Ringo's having the most fun.
Yeah, and he's the drummer, and he's just having, like, in the
Yeah.
early days. In the early days of Beatles performances, you would look at Ringo, and he would be just like bobbing his head left and right.
I know. Yeah. He's just
like, that's
so
me.
goofy when he's
know.
playing those drums.
Yeah,
Anyway.
you definitely could pass for Ringo.
I think, yeah.
I feel like you have a good explanation for George.
It was
so-
it was Devin's like concept for you to be George. So
Okay, so
I don't know. Just like, I feel like you fit more like out of everyone, like the person who would like just kind of like split off and go on some weird like spiritual journey.
exactly, I could see you living in India
Yeah.
like for a while out of all of us. Also, like
okay.
like he's kind of part of the group, but like, or I mean, obviously he's part of the group, but
Mhm.
Like the main writing team is like
Yeah.
Lennon McCartney, and then you're off on the side, and then you
Yeah.
like he had like one of the more successful. There's only
Yeah,
four
it's
of them,
like- it's like-
solo careers, like
It's like Lennon McCartney wrote the bulk of the tracks,
exactly, and then
but
you
when
occasionally
Harrison
chime
but,
in.
but when Harrison wrote a track, it was a big one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was
Like,
a
he
Harrison
wrote- he-
track.
yeah,
Right,
like-
and he did Here Comes the Sun.
yeah.
Tomorrow
I
Never
realized
Knows.
like he has like a bunch of the best ones,
Yeah.
like are all him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's weird, but yeah, it's kind of interesting to realize.
Mhm.
So, but I think like
But
I think
Sorry.
since none of us we decided are Ringo, so I think you could
What?
be like,
What are you talking about?
what?
You're Ringo.
No,
Who are you?
I'm George
Ringo.
Oh no! Oh wait, yeah. Well, I don't know. You could fit either one. Yeah. So, I'm Lennon, and then Andy's McCartney, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Not to like
I
because
feel
like
I
out
don't
of the-
know. Maybe you have a better more in-depth knowledge of the Beatles than I do.
I mean, if McCartney just went around like hating everything, then like, oh baby. Andy's not here to defend
I feel
himself.
like Andy would be the one who would go off with a woman to New York and get shot.
I mean, yeah. If any one of us were to get murdered, it would be Andy.
Yeah, he would. Yeah, he would invite that on himself. Except it would be him going to Chicago and getting shot.
Yeah.
And perhaps Scamperhouse is the first step towards
Oh
this.
God. Yeah. So the thing about this like comparison is that any of us could fit any of the roles.
Yeah.
But like, I mean, he's just the conservative one out of the two of
Okay.
us.
Yeah.
And I feel like I would go and just be kind of obnoxious and like do a bunch of weird arty stuff.
Yeah.
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 And then
I guess
and,
that's true. Yeah.
and so then I think Devin is Ringo Starr, honestly, because he's the most attached from the group. Because he doesn't play music, but he's still an integral part of it. But but that actually it does make more sense. He's George Martin.
Yeah. George Martin. Yeah.
The
like
fifth
producer.
Beatle.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm thinking more about Ringo, and he had a few songs too. And while they weren't big, they were the weird ones.
Yeah.
Like
I
they still stuck out. Like
feel
I would
his
totally
songs are
write
kinda
Octopus's
big,
Garden.
Like, so
I mean, he got an album named after one of his songs. So.
I mean, like Octopus
Well, yeah, I guess-
Garden.
yeah, I guess
like,
they are.
Is it?
Oh,
I wouldn't
yeah.
really say it's like big, but like that gets like played
Everyone
a lot.
knows it.
Yeah, everyone knows it. Like more
Yeah.
than a lot of Beatles songs. Like
Yeah.
Whether or not it's acclaimed,
Yeah.
it's still like known.
yeah.
Yeah.
Same
And
with with a little help from my friends. That's his too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, he sings it.
Yeah, I don't know if he wrote it.
Did
but
he write it?
sings it.
Yeah, that
I'm not
song's
sure.
awesome too.
I think Sgt. Pepper is my favorite album, honestly. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that, but I thought about it a lot. Like I listened to Sgt. Pepper the whole way through once, and I was like, this might be my favorite Beatles album.
Yeah.
But
I
of
need
course,
to-
I'm the
yeah.
guy who likes to have favorite albums of bands that are different from everyone else's. Like Abbey Road is still amazing, but
Yeah, I
don't know.
mean, I definitely think you're probably kind of alone on that Sgt. Pepper's thing.
Yeah,
it was
that's
just voted
definitely-
the best rock album of all time by Rolling Stone.
What Sgt. Pepper's was?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
so it's like
I'm
it's,
sorry. Well,
Yeah, you're
well, I
not.
mean, when
That's
you-
not
when you-
original at all. Great job.
When
Matt.
you ask someone, at least when I ask someone, they say something, like Abbey Road or Please
Mhm.
Please Me or something, or the White Album.
Yeah.
Yeah. You need to have like. I think the obvious is Yellow Submarine. Like,
well, that wasn't an official album. That was a soundtrack.
Exactly. That's why it has to be your favorite. It's not the most original one, because no one else would ever say that.
Well, I'm trying. Yeah.
Stuff on there, but I've never even listened.
I don't want to have a favorite that's different just because it is. I want to be honest about what I like.
Of course. I think Revolver would be a good pick for your favorite. I would consider that one because it's really good.
Just gonna tell what his favorite is.
I think that's a good, yeah.
This is your favorite album.
Sgt. Pepper is a great choice. Like,
yeah.
Why would you?
There's nothing wrong with Sgt. Pepper.
They're all good. It's the Beatles.
Yeah, my favorite is definitely Abbey Road because like Sgt. Pepper has, and also the White Album both have a lot of like their best tracks. But
Abbey Road and the White Album both have some of my favorite songs. Mm-hmm. Like Happiness is a Warm Gun, She's So Heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are just masterpieces for me.
Yeah, and I think Abbey Road just is the most like the best to like be printed on a vinyl. Like it's like a one giant piece.
Yeah, like that was one of my first vinyls. Like when I started my collection, I was like, okay, I gotta have Abbey Road. Everyone does.
Yeah, it was literally my first. And it was like mine was all like horribly torn up, and I just listened to it like over and over again for like the first.
I got a copy at Best Buy, just a reissue.
Weird.
And I've probably only laid the needle on it once. Period. Like right when I got it, and I haven't touched it since. But I just you just have to have it.
You just gotta have it. I mean, you should go back to that. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to recommend Abbey Road to you. What's your favorite?
Abbey Road is my favorite. Revolver is also very up there.
Yeah, I feel like Revolver doesn't.
What about Let It Be? I really like Let It Be too.
I really do like Let It Be, but I haven't listened to it.
It's so hard. Well, I mean, I'm not gonna front or lie to you. I haven't heard every album all the way through. Probably the only ones that I've actually legitimately listened to all the way through are those three: Sgt. Pepper's, Abbey Road, and Let It Be, because those are the only ones I actually own a copy of.
Yeah.
The White Album is the one that I want to hear the most out of the ones that I haven't heard.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever listened to that all the way through because it's like 8 hours long.
I don't think I've heard a single track from Rubber Soul, but people praise that one a lot too.
You probably have.
I love Rubber Soul.
Rubber Soul is so great.
Name a few. What's
have you heard Drive My Car or whatever? Is it?
Okay, yeah, I've heard that.
And then
heard that from
Girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't originally hear that as a Beatles song. I heard it as the intro track to the Beatles musical Across the Universe.
Yeah,
which is like my favorite movie of all time.
So yeah, you totally have to have heard some songs out there. There's a lot of really good ones. Oh, Norwegian Wood. Have you ever heard that song?
I don't know. I've heard the title, maybe.
In My Life.
I feel like I've heard In My Life
by the Beatles.
Have either of you been to Vegas?
No.
Like the city?
Okay.
Well,
at the radio station today, though, there was written carved into the wood of the door was Corvegas. Because we live in Corvallis. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I was like, I didn't know that anyone other than Nick said that.
I could totally see like a casino in Corvallis called Corvegas.
Yeah.
Except the problem with that is you couldn't see a casino here.
Yeah. Remember how I set the tempo of this to 189 beats per minute, 7/8?
Yeah.
We've just passed the 1000th measure.
Oh my god.
Because it's going so fast.
Oh my god. Is it? Oh my god. Yeah.
Let me try to. I can see the beat. I'm gonna try to
try to click along.
Count it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. That's really fast.
Oh my god. That was a live performance by Matthew DeVoll. Thank you for tuning in.
As our musical guest. We're just like SNL now.
Please no.
Next up.
Wait, so we're doing bits?
Do you have any opinion? What did you see that 40th thing?
I watched a couple of clips from it.
Yeah, same here. I watched all the clips from it that were on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I've only. Go ahead.
No, you.
I only like truly discovered SNL in the past like few months. You know, I'd always known about it, and I always kind of knew what it was, but it wasn't until I started seeing it, because I would go to my partner's house and watch it with their family every night, and and like when I started actually watching it, I was like, wow, this is actually like a really cool thing, like a cool concept. Like did I tell you this, or did I tell someone else this? I like SNL for the same reason I like Super Smash Brothers.
You did not tell that to us. Please explain.
Well, I love you know, there's like with SNL, you have a bunch of different comedians who all of them, and they all come from different sort of backgrounds. Like they're all in different movies and have their own stand. Like they're people that you know about, but you never think about them at the same time.
Yeah.
But then on SNL, you see them together, and it's like, whoa, this is really cool. It's like a mashup, and it's like collaboration. The same thing with Super Smash Brothers. There's all these individual franchises, and then they come together, and it's like, wow, this is the coolest thing ever. You understand?
Yeah, that actually makes total sense. Yeah, like half the
same
fun
reason
for as a kid was just being able to see Kirby and Mario together. Like
exactly. Even like I would even stretch it as far as to say that's why I enjoyed you know, because when I was younger, I'd watch Disney Channel like we all do, and they had those few like mashup specials where it was like That's So Raven, Hannah Montana, and
oh
Sweet
my god,
Life
that
or
was
whatever.
so weird. Yeah,
I liked those for the same reason.
Yeah, totally.
I just like bringing that sort of thing together. I just really like the idea of, you know, collaboration.
Yeah, I don't know why that just like that always interested me so much. Just like when did you ever see the Jimmy Neutron and Fairly Odd Parents crossover?
Yes. Like
yeah,
that's so cool.
How did that work?
Okay, so it would be like it starts out on like Timmy Turner and he's like and then like
Jimmy Neutron, like they would appear in each other's animation style.
Yeah. So like we got to see
cartoon,
and then like it's like someone gets shocked and then they go into the other universe.
What did Jimmy Neutron look like in 2D?
It's silly. Oh my god, I need to. Also, it was called the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour. Like, which is just insane.
Yeah, wonderful name.
Oh my god, I need to watch this again. Look at that. Oh, look at that.
Oh, that's fricked up.
Oh god, I'll put this image in the Nice Tunes like Andy never does. Yeah, God, it's so weird. I love it.
But it's so cool. I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to think of another example. Let's see. I like. It's why I'm so into collaborations in, you know, musical endeavors.
Yeah.
Just in general, like YouTube series that star like several different YouTubers. I think that's cool. Even if they're not, even if some of them aren't good, they're still, you know, interesting to watch. Yeah, I just love collaboration in media, I guess, is the simplest way to put it.
God, yeah. Even at a young age, they were getting us hooked.
Yeah, the problem for me is I just don't like SNL that much.
Yeah, I've never actually watched it, so I don't have as strong of an opinion as Devin. It's like, I feel like I would like it, just because it's like you said, it's just like a bunch of comedians and stuff.
I feel like even if I come across episodes that, like, aren't good and just aren't really funny or whatever, I still would enjoy it just because of that.
Yeah.
I would still have the concept stuck in my head.
Yeah.
But I do think that because the show's been around for 40 years, and not that I've watched it all, but this cast it's such a, you know, rotating cast, and every episode is kind of different, and the show evolves, you know. So you could very easily make the argument that only a choice few, you know, years are way, you know, blow everything else way out of proportion. So I can understand it. Like I know a lot of people hate it now, especially because a lot of the cast now is kind of virtually like unknown. Whereas before you had all the greats in comedy, but
yeah, like all the a lot of the greatest people came from SNL and stuff.
Yeah, that's the way it always is. It's always
I didn't even realize that. I didn't even realize that Jimmy Fallon got his start in SNL.
God, yeah.
I had no idea.
And like
I
Will
just think that's
Ferrell
so cool.
and Adam Sandler and stuff, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know about Adam Sandler, but
Bill
definitely-
Murray,
Yeah.
Chevy
Bill Murray?
Chase.
Chevy Chase.
Chevy
Yeah, Bill
Chase?
Murray.
Oh my
Yeah.
God!
Like,
Chevy Chase is one of the originals, I
Farley
thought.
and-
Or he...
He's like, yeah, he's
coming
definitely
pretty
back
soon.
there.
Dan
He's like
Aykroyd
a
was
million
one of the
years
very
old.
first. Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Steve
Tim was
Martin.
young. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Yeah. So and
Yeah.
yeah, but then
So,
every time I watch a
yeah.
clip or anything online, it's just like, yeah, this isn't that funny. I don't know. Like I haven't watched much. I want to
that's
like
why-
give an episode
yeah.
a try.
Yeah, you probably have to... Kind of like, depending on which episode you pick, it might completely ruin your opinion or totally
Yeah.
change it. But, yeah, that's why I enjoyed watching the clips from the 40th so much. It was because, like, SNL is already this kind of collaborative thing where it's all these different comedians. But then on the 40th, you get, like, everyone, like, it's that same sort
Yeah.
of collaboration times 10. So it's, like, meta. So it's, like, even
that's
more.
another one
It's
for
like,
the drinking game.
Yeah.
We say that something's meta.
When it's, yeah.
That was kind of forced. I kind of said that because I knew you would react to it.
Playing the crowd.
But yeah, that got me so much more excited about it because it's just
yeah.
everyone was in. I mean, Norm Macdonald. I could just keep
Yeah.
naming.
Yeah, Bill Murray. Yeah, like it's like I definitely didn't think that many of the things were from
Fred
were funny,
Armisen?
but I
Oh
just
my
loved.
God.
Yeah, I loved seeing Kristen Wiig and Fred Armisen. I saw like some musical thing, and like,
Yeah, that's the
they
one I
were
watched,
in it.
yeah.
And then it had Bill Murray for a second and Steve Martin.
Yeah.
But the
That
thing
was
is,
so good.
I wasn't laughing at all the whole time. Like I was just like, oh.
Well, I don't think I was laughing either, but I was just like, I was just smiling. I was like, this is so cool.
Yeah.
It's very easy for me to derive enjoyment out of something like that.
Yeah.
So.
I think
That's why I like-
Devin
that's
strives to be like truly entertained, while most people just like, oh, that's fine.
And that's totally okay. I mean, maybe some would say that you're more a discerning critic,
Some might say you're an angry little kitty.
yeah.
I'm not angry about it.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
As long as you understand your opinion and you're okay with others, that's what it's all about.
Oh yeah. Thank you, Matthew
Wait,
DeVoll, for
understand
the.
others?
You're welcome.
No, you definitely shouldn't like it.
No. Like, accept, like, be okay with others having other opinions.
Yeah, no, that's what
That's
I'm
what I
saying.
mean.
I'm not okay with you liking it.
Why not?
Probably get off this podcast.
Wait, we have to review Scamper Jam.
Oh, wait, what's that?
Hamper
Blankenhouse?
Scouts.
I don't.
Space
Scamp
House.
inside. Space House. Coned's house.
Blank in the house. There's
Like
nothing in
Corey-
this house.
Corey in the house.
It is void.
Andy in the Mutt's house.
Andy in
Mutt
the
house.
doghouse.
God, Andy's just cracking up right now. He's just.
Yeah, no.
He doesn't even
Of
know it
sorts.
yet, but he is.
I want him to, like, record himself listening.
Yeah, and then we
And just-
record us listening to his recording. Good
And then
old
it'll
Trevor.
just-
That's nice tunes.
Welcome to Nice Tunes.
God, yeah. So, I guess do we want to move on to Scamperhouse by Andy?
What,
I
how,
can't talk
how,
about it yet.
holy crap, we're already like 28 minutes in. I don't know, do you want to talk about a different album first? We can just,
Wait,
just
no, we
pull
need to
from my
talk.
record collection.
Matt, did you watch the?
Oh yeah.
Did you watch the finale of Parks and Rec?
No, because I haven't seen that whole season because it's not on Netflix.
Ah, no.
Gosh.
We were hoping that you would have seen it live.
Well, no, me too. I really wanted, like, I'm so excited to see it because I love that show. I've seen
Yeah.
it, I've seen the first, how many seasons are there? 7?
6? 5 or 6?
Whatever number there is, I've seen that -1 because I haven't seen the last one.
You've seen all the ones on Netflix, yeah.
Yeah, because I just don't have time. I don't have a TV and I don't have time to catch it on TV.
Yeah, we don't either. We were just like downloading it by like less than legal means. It is a good season.
I probably could do
Yeah.
that, but yeah.
It's a very
No,
good
yeah,
season.
I really bet it is. I'm so excited to watch it. I have a really like there was a, that was one of the few shows that I actually came the closest I've ever come to actually binge watching something.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Because I don't have that kind of time, But I remember back, how long ago? I guess it was 2012. It was the year, or the season that was going on at the time was the one where she was first running for
Yeah.
City Council.
Leslie Knope 2012. Like, it was when that season had ended that I just started watching it, and I watched it all the way up until that point.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And that's my favorite season out of the ones that I've seen so far, is the one where she runs for, whatever you call it,
Uh-huh.
city councilor.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm really excited to see the 7th season. The 6th season was really good too. I haven't watched it in a while, but I love that. That's what I typically tell people is my favorite TV show that's like on right now. I mean, I guess it isn't anymore.
Yeah.
But that's what I tell people.
Yeah, I think that was the best show that was on right now, probably.
Yeah.
I would know
I
as
even
someone
preferred
who's
it. I
watching
think I
every
even
show.
yeah.
You
I think
preferred
I
it?
even prefer it to The Office a little bit.
Yeah, I do too.
I mean, I like The Office. I haven't seen nearly as much as The Office as I have of Parks and Rec. I've seen maybe 1 or 2 seasons total. But Parks and Rec's really good.
I prefer The Office, but like it's like purely like subjective. Like I think that Parks and Rec is kind of just generally better, but like
I think they both have their strengths. I
Yeah.
think
definitely do both have their strengths. Like,
I think The Office.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Okay, I think The Office thrives on. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like a typical Office scene. I think it thrives on the fact that it's literally just an office and there's a lot of silence.
yeah. Yeah, I feel like
and-
the bar of absurdity is set a lot lower, and so it like
Well, it's funny because it's much more. I was gonna say it's much more believable. That's not true. I mean, Parks and Rec is the same level of believability. I guess.
no,
But,
it's like I think the thing that I really like about Parks and Rec is the fact that it's completely absurd and insane all
Yeah.
the time. It's like
Yeah.
like the way
Well,
that
yeah,
everyone
well,
hates
I mean-
Gary for no reason.
well, yeah,
and,
I know
like-
the characters are exaggerated.
It's like
But yeah,
like this.
yeah.
There's no way this could exist, but like a lot of The Office could totally exist. Like up
Yeah,
until,
the
like,
Office
fourth
is
season.
more it's more believable, and it's a lot. It thrives on that sort of typical Office silence that you get. So the the sort of peaks of hilarity, kind of relative to the moments of silence, kind of get you like really work. Like this is hilarious. Whereas Parks and Rec, I feel like it's much busier.
Yeah.
With
Yeah,
it's
like
kind of
rapid fire.
Definitely.
yeah, it's kind of like bit after bit after bit, which I like.
Kind of like nice things.
Yeah, I really it just kind of it has good momentum, I guess.
Yeah.
Whereas The Office doesn't have good momentum, but it works because of that. I guess.
Yeah. It's like they really are like incredibly different for how similar they are, and I feel like The Office
Well,
also
but-
just I prefer it's like dramatic stuff more than the dramatic
Yeah, The
stuff
Office
in,
is
like,
slower.
Yeah, that's what I
Um,
was gonna
in
say.
Parks and Rec, because like Parks and Rec is
Is
really
that-
just about the comedy, and it's like
Yeah, like The Office is actually like one of the few like comedy TV shows that actually has good like drama, and like Parks
yeah.
and Rec
like
doesn't
good plot
have
movement
that.
and people and stuff.
Yeah,
I think Parks and Rec has a little bit of.
it does
Yeah,
have.
I mean,
it
it's
does
not
have
like-
a little bit of that, but I mean, it's more
But
on
it's
like the
the-
standard like comedy, like like what a good comedy like plots
Yeah,
are.
but not in the way that you look at it and it's like, oh, this is just like a regular comedy. Like it's they kind of disguise it, I guess, or kind of make it feel kind of refreshing, I guess.
yeah, but
they make
Parks
it
and Rec
work
is way
for-
more about like the minute to minute jokes
Yeah.
than like
Yeah, and it's
like I've never like cried during a Parks and Rec episode, but there's been numerous like Office ones, like you know,
Yeah,
that are,
okay.
like,
Yeah, I
really
can see that.
intense.
I can see that. Yeah.
Numerous?
Huh?
Numerous?
A number, like probably less than 3, probably less than 5.
Is numerous less than a number?
Numerous is there's numbers of them. There's more than
Oh,
one.
okay, so there's one number, but then there's several numbers.
There's numerous numbers. The numbers
Numerous
are
numbers.
The other thing I would say is I think like also The Office loses that like that dramatic like ability at it like after a few seasons.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well, I feel what do you think is when you say in the last few seasons, what plot point are you referring to exactly?
I mean, it just kind of like becomes
Like, do you mean like what era? Like the era when Andy became?
No, like even before that. Like
Really?
Yeah, like I'd say like
Well, because I
after
think that
Jim and Pam get married, probably.
really okay.
Yeah,
Wait, are we
I don't
talking about
know,
The
I want
Office or the other one?
The Office.
The Office.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
You said Andy.
The first.
Yeah, Andy Bernard.
Oh, I thought you meant
Andy
like
Bernard.
Andy Dwyer. I was like, wait, does he? Okay, yeah.
Oh my God, there is an Andy in both. That's funny.
God. And this episode's about Andy.
Yeah, but the most. The only time I've actually watched an entire season all the way through was the first episode where Andy was CEO, or not CEO, whatever it is.
Manager.
Head.
Bro, you watched like
Manager.
you watched like the worst season.
Oh, God, that is
Well, I
literally
really
the
liked
worst
it, though.
season. Then you
I
You
really
should watch
enjoyed
their
it,
other
though.
ones then.
You should watch.
I think
the
Andy's
first
pretty
3.
funny.
Yeah, I mean, no,
Um,
Andy's great. Like,
But that just not like unrelated is the worst season of the
Yeah.
whole show.
Okay.
I like can't. I had a hard
Alright,
time
that's
watching
fine.
it.
yeah.
Okay. Well.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? Yeah. That's what I was gonna say. Is that the more we talk about, the more differences we see. But when people ask me what kind of show Parks and Rec is, I typically kind of compare it to The Office because they're kind of similar settings.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like it's a
I mean, they're
it's a
both, like-
pretty narrow Venn diagram between the two shows. Like
Uh-huh.
they're
Yeah, well,
the
I
same in
mean-
a lot of ways, just slight variances.
I guess I mean it's kind of the same environment, like the work environment.
And also just like obviously they have that same like interview style,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a mockumentary type
Yeah.
deal.
except the Parks and Rec doesn't take it serious. Like it doesn't take it as that at all.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense
Yeah.
most of the time.
Yeah, well, yeah, The Office does a better job of like kind of reminding you at times that this is supposed to be like a documentary.
Like it'll be like
Oh,
a
yeah.
hidden cam, but then
Yeah,
like
well, that's what I like about
Yeah.
Parks and Rec though, is that it doesn't try and
Yeah.
like, justify it, because oftentimes, like if you really thought about The Office, it would make no sense why there were like cameras in people's houses, like,
yeah.
Yeah.
during their like parties and like
Yeah.
or when like they'll like go into a bathroom or something.
Yeah.
And it's
Right.
like,
I think that's the thing
Yeah.
that makes Parks and Rec so different is that it doesn't take itself seriously at all. Like
Yeah.
anything.
It
can
doesn't
happen,
try to-
and it's-
yeah.
yeah.
It doesn't
it's
try to
just,
make
like,
it
fine.
seem too realistic. Yeah.
It's not like Louis level, like removed from reality, but like it's like
Is Louis staged that same way, like a mockumentary?
no, not at all.
Okay.
But it is like
I've never seen it.
oh my god, you should watch Louis.
Maybe I should.
It's, yeah, it's oh my god, I'm thinking about it now. Yeah, like the first like they're all like good like comedy, but then towards the end, it's literally some of the most daring television like of all time.
Daring how? Like in how offensive it is or something?
No, I wouldn't say it's offensive at all.
Yeah, well, during
Well, that's
the
good.
It's more offensive in like the earlier seasons.
yeah, but it's not like shocking,
Yeah, it's
shock
not
comedy or
really.
anything. It's
What do you mean by daring?
Just
in,
like
in the
it's like supposedly a comedy show, but then he'll just have like literally like multiple hours of like a super like dramatic like thing.
and
Oh, okay.
yeah, like in the 4th season, there's like a 7 episode like that all go together. It's like the elevator 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and it's all about this one thing. And then also there's one that's like it's like a 2-hour long like feature length film basically.
It's like an hour and a half.
Hour and a half, yeah. And it's like it's like about his childhood and like drug abuse, and it's like so serious and like
But
it's like
still like funny.
yeah, it's so funny.
Yeah.
And then also, there's like no carryover between episodes, like in a comedic way. Like in like the second of the first season, he like attacks a girl by accident, and then it says like, yeah, you're gonna owe her, you're gonna be paying this family for the rest of your life, like you're never gonna go anywhere. And then the next episode is never mentioned again. It's like insane.
That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That happens a lot with comedies, though. It's just kind of things that you don't, think should end right there, but then the next episode is totally irrelevant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's a typical trope of comedies.
Yeah.
But I
I'm
think
trying to
Louis
think of,
is
like-
like especially like it doesn't even like maintain like thematic consistency between its episodes.
Yeah.
But they're not like standalone episodes, though.
They basically
Yeah,
are.
yeah.
They basically
Oh,
are.
they are? Okay.
Yeah, there's like generally no plot overturn like through a season.
Yeah.
And then
Oh,
and
okay.
then
Or like sometimes like actors will play literally like multiple characters like across seasons.
yeah, exactly. That's happened a few times.
Yeah.
And it's just so tragic at certain points. Like really sad and then also really funny. Yeah.
That's
you
what
should-
I
you should watch
imagine-
Louis.
That's what I imagine Louis C.K.'s aesthetic to be. Like
Yeah,
he's funny, but he's also like really sad.
That's,
Which kinda
that's
sucks,
but-
that's so accurate you don't even know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember watching an SNL skit where it was Black Jeopardy, and it was the announcer was black and the two of the three contestants were black, but then the third contestant was Louis C.K. and he's like, well, I'm a professor of African American studies and I thought I'd give this a try. And he ends up being like totally racist or whatever, you know.
Yeah. That sounds like something Louis would do.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know. We can start, I guess, with this album. All right, I don't have a good way to segue.
It's been nearly 40 minutes. I feel like that's
It's a good amount of time. Yeah, and I probably need to go. Yeah,
Yeah.
we can do this. Let's do it.
Okay.
So-
Okay. Welcome to Scamperhouse by Andrew Ketch.
This is the album.
Andrew,
This is the album.
this is it. Welcome. You're gonna listen to it right now.
If you think you downloaded it already, then you downloaded the wrong.
You
zip
downloaded
file.
this week's
That's it.
episode of iTunes off
No.
Bandcamp. This is the album.
This is the actual album.
That would be honestly such a great thing, like great experiment.
Andy wrote this script for us.
He's been slaving
For
over
my
it.
next album, I should release it. On Bandcamp, it'll look like an album and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll just take an episode of the Nice Tunes review of it, and chop it up into segments.
You could
Just
actually
put 'em as
do
the
that
tracks.
because you had us review your album.
But you should
Yeah,
put
and
like you should put like 5 seconds of like the actual song in each track, so that like if people are just like, oh, I want to listen to the beginning of each track, they won't be able to tell that it's just people talking. Then you can rat out the people that are like, dude, I listened to your album. It's so awesome.
Yes, and then I'll like super hella promote the new episode of Nice Tunes, and then when they watch it, it's like, when they listen to it, it's like, oh wait, this is the album.
God, that would be like a straight up social experiment.
That would be so cool. I don't even think I would need to put those little snippets in front of the songs. I think I could just like people could just like view the page and then come to me and be like, hey, I listened to your album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not doubting my fans' honesty, but I can see that happening.
Yeah.
I'm sure
You
everyone
have-
who
you have-
said,
you have good fans.
yeah, definitely I do have great fans. Anyone who I've talked to, I'm sure, is totally being honest with me about it.
That'd be awkward.
Andy
if you had a
Ketches,
whole fan base of
however-
people who hated you.
Andy Ketch, he has
Andy
bad
Ketch.
fans.
He has
Andy
0
Ketch's
fans, and they're all bad.
Suck.
As a bad person, he has bad fans. That's the way it goes.
It is important to note that we are his fans.
What
We are
comes
bad.
bad must go bad.
Yeah, so, like, here, let me pull up the Wikipedia page.
God.
Scamperhouse was an album released by Andy Ketch, who is a lo-file.
On February 25th, 2015.
Yesterday.
It is tagged folk rock, lo-fi rock, folk garage rock, power pop, Chicago. got rock in there enough times, Andy?
He did not even come close to blasting out of the rock this year. He's still like the center of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Matt,
So
what did you think? Like, briefly, just like what was your impressions of the album?
well, my first impressions when I first listened to Scamperhouse.
Rocker House.
Scamper bust. Okay, I'm gonna I'm gonna drop the facade. So I'm sure I told you like how many new albums I've listened to this year.
Yeah.
I have my albums of 2015 list already, running, so they're already in order.
Yeah.
And this is me reading the list. Here we go again. As of February 26th, 2015, I've listened to 33 2015 albums.
Oh.
Okay?
It's been like 3 days. God. Oh my God.
Andy Ketch's Scamperhouse is at number 4.
Woo! Oh my God. And that's a much higher place than last year's list, so he should be proud.
Yeah.
I think he's still beating Michael Cera, though. I don't think Michael Cera's getting above 4.
Wait, wasn't I 4 last time? Is Andy giving
You
me
were
a run
5.
for my money?
You were 5. Yeah.
Oh my God, Andy has owned me.
You're only 2 months
Well,
in.
I mean, there's only 33. I'm probably gonna listen to a lot more than that. I mean, if
Yeah, don't worry.
Yeah,
he's not even
I'm
going to be
still
on the
yet to
list by
hear-
the end of it.
Just wait till mine comes out and
He's
make
going to
sure
be
to
like
put it higher.
51. Pushed off the list.
yeah, Timothy's album will just be it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It'll be just all of them. What is it? Do you have a title yet? Do you want to spoil it?
No, I don't.
Okay.
You've totally said it on this podcast, haven't you?
Yeah, but I don't know if that's actually going to be the title.
What did you say it was?
Low Life.
What do you
Oh,
mean
my.
you don't know if that's going to be
I
the
don't-
title?
I don't
You've
wanna-
been calling it that for like...
Yeah, because
Like
I
a
don't wanna,
year.
I don't want to call it like anything else. Like, yeah, it might be called Low Life.
It will.
But
That's
this
a good title.
this is my lo-fi album is not the focus of this episode.
Yeah, you're right. Scamperhouse is. Anyway, yeah, I've listened to 33 albums so far. As Andy Ketch's at number 4, because I don't like. I don't know. Like with Blank Inside, I don't want to diss on Blank Inside, but it was just. I just did it. While it had a really good sound, and I enjoyed listening to it while I was listening to it, it didn't feel. Super. What? I'm trying to give an honest critique.
No.
Sorry,
I was
you
just
said it
laughing at
sounded
something.
good, and I went like yes, like
I was laughing at something Tim, did.
yeah, not you.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I think it has a good sound, but nothing really like. Nothing was super memorable. Like it didn't stick with me. Like I wasn't humming the tunes of the songs after I had put the album off. With the exception of the song that's about me, obviously.
Of course.
But I mean,
Yeah.
I already that was a cover basically. I had already been acquainted with that song.
Yeah.
So someone's texting me. This text message literally said, do you want me to read you this text message?
If it made you laugh, then yes.
Okay. It says, I sent nudes to Tobuscus. I've done it. That's the end. I can die now.
What the heck?
Oh.
That is such a great text.
Oh.
I've done it. That's the end. Wow. Too wide for
I'm not
that
gonna-
person.
I'm not going to name any names.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Blankenside sucked, and
Yeah, like Andy, I think that this is just like the best writing he's done, like thus far, and then also it's just the most sonically experimental of like all of his releases in the past.
yeah, I was lying.
Yeah.
Blankenside doesn't suck. It's just Scamperhouse. Again, going back to the fact that I've listened to so many albums this year, I told you, I typically listen to them once before I put them on the list and forget about them.
Mm-hmm.
But ever since, Andy gave me this album maybe a few days ago, like a day or two before it came out, and I've listened to it like a good 5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I really love it.
It doesn't hurt that it's only a half an hour long, but like
it feels kind of like the perfect length.
Yeah.
In this situation.
Mm-hmm.
This isn't, to quote Anthony Fantano, this isn't reinventing the wheel or anything. But it's just a really, lovable sound. And, all the melodies that are going on here are really, they stick in my head until the next song plays, and I find myself singing along. Although some of the lyrics are unintelligible, which is fine. That doesn't really bother me.
Yeah.
I don't have as much like trouble discerning his lyrics, I think, as like the rest of you guys.
Yeah, I literally couldn't understand what Thoughts of Maria was at all, and Devin said that he could tell them all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely.
Well, I probably could. I probably could if I listened hard enough. But
Yeah.
But yeah, no. All of these, like, I can, oh, you lonesome tonight. I wish that evening sun was rising. Down to Wheaton Town. Like, I can sing all of them. They're really, really good melodies, and the guitar playing is really expressive. I think.
Yeah.
I think it doesn't sound too just stiff or whatever. It feels
he's going ham.
loose and human.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Feels like an actual person is playing.
I was thinking about this the other day. Like, Andy is really like a force to be reckoned with because like he's a great singer. Like his like songs are obviously really good, and then also he is the best guitarist and best drummer that I think I've like known. Like at least
So he's the
IRL.
best everything.
Yeah, exactly. It's like every one of the things he does really well.
That's the other thing I was gonna say. I'm glad you mentioned the vocals because compared to Blankenside and the Andy and the Mutt stuff, this is like I feel like the perfect sound for his voice fits this sound perfectly.
Yeah.
I really enjoy his singing on this album compared to his previous 2 albums. Yeah, and just the guitar playing is great, and there are a lot of obvious sort of he's kind of wearing his influence on his sleeves. I hear a lot of Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
In here, I hear a lot of I don't know what are some other good examples.
Yes. Well, so like I like talked to him a little bit, and I was like so Wheaton Town, like that's just like your love letter to Bill Fox, right? Because like if you I don't know if you've ever listened to him, like probably not.
No, I haven't.
He's like so out of nowhere.
Yeah, so
like,
indie.
No one knows him.
Yeah.
He's
But
like old.
Like how Andy sings on Wheaton Town, like he's like that's exactly how Bill Fox sounds.
Really?
Yeah.
So I felt the same on Pre-esque, I think. Not the singing, but it was a total Bill Fox melody.
Is that how you say that? Pre-esque?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
At first I thought it was Prix-esque, but then I thought of it in terms of Grand Prix.
Mm-hmm.
Like the word.
Exactly.
So Pre-esque. That sounds good.
He G-chatted Devin and I saying like should I name my song this? Like how do you pronounce this? Like when you see it. And, like at first I thought it was Priskesk or something, but yeah.
Prix-esque. Yeah.
Pre-esque, just that's
Prix-esque.
Raunchy.
Raunchy like this album.
Definitely.
Yeah, and then
Speaking of raunchy, I'm not gonna name any names, and I don't want to cause any sort of hashtag drama, but is this Andy Ketch or anyone who knows is this a semi maybe love letter to a certain Twitter personality that I know of.
To a certain Georgian. Literally, this
Yeah.
album
Yeah.
is almost start to finish all like a love letter. Like,
Yeah.
and that's that. I love that
To
about
the
it.
person, because
Yeah.
Say like with like the,
by my Georgian love, the song
Yeah.
title was just like this
no,
obviously.
totally start to finish. Like I'd say even the songs that aren't really about it
Mm-hmm.
are
Or like at
still,
least
like-
vaguely like.
they're still like kind
Mhm.
of like from the mind of someone who's like going through this.
Like desperately in love with
Yeah.
someone they can't be with. It's like boom. It really flows into each other nice. I think like,
Just the flow of this album in general.
yeah, and like like obviously that, but like the way that it's like it
Kinda
reads
like the
it
theme
reads as
from-
one song basically. It's like it's saying like we'll meet ideally or whatever, and then I don't know about that one doesn't really fit. But then it's like and then that's the same thing. It's like I wish that impossible thing was happening, and then like
Yeah.
I don't know about what I leave her tonight, but and then Wheatontown is like I'm in a new place, and it's
Whoa.
like I wish you lived here with
Whoa.
me, and then
Okay, no, hang on. You just when you referenced "I wish that evening sun was rising" and you said the world impossible, that clicked with me about that. That's a metaphor. Holy crap, that's a really good metaphor.
I know Devin pointed that out
wish
to me
that-
the other night.
I
was
wish that
jacking
the
from
evening
him.
sun was rising instead
Yeah.
of. I mean,
Yeah.
that's really simple, but
yeah.
I didn't pick up on like that's really
Uh-huh.
good. That's a really great.
I know, isn't it?
Did you come up with that yourself, Andy Ketch?
Yeah. I kind of got that, but I had never thought about it critically. And then Devin said that to me the other night, and I was like, ah, like
That's
mind blown.
that's really good.
And it's like the kind of the
That's-
same thing as like let's meet on the lake shore, like
Yeah.
like a idyllic thing, yeah. And yeah, it just all like floats together well, I think.
Yeah, it does have a pretty good flow to it. Yeah, and if we want to go track by track,
Oh yeah, definitely.
like,
this
literally
guy is
right out of the
serious
gate.
with the nice
as far as my, like honestly, as far as probably my favorite songs, right out of the gate, my first two favorite, or the first two songs I think are my favorite.
Yeah.
Let's Meet on the Lakeshore and Are You Lonesome Tonight, just killer beginning to the album.
Yeah.
Even Are You Lonesome Tonight sounds like one that would kind of, could fit sort of maybe in the middle area or sort of towards the end, but I think it really works as the second track here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
God. When he sent us like some of the tracks like before they were out, Let's Meet on the Lakeshore was the first one, and I think I've literally listened to it like 30 or 50 times, something like up there. Like
Yeah. It's
wrote,
just so it's
yeah, it's such a good like melody. It's just so
Yeah.
like a perfect like kind of like poppy
It's so-
melody, and then it's
so
oh yeah,
it's just so explosive.
yeah,
That's what
exactly. It's just
It's
such
just-
a banger.
And I don't know if did you listen to the version he gave you or the version on Bandcamp? Because he told me something about mastering it or something.
No, I didn't notice a huge difference.
Well, he sent it to me and was like, I might master it or mix it or something.
Uh-huh.
If I had one of the biggest gripes or complaints I have about this is it's just mixing wise, it's a little all kind of too loud, and it kind of just volume wise, it kind of distorts a bit.
Oh, that's not the mixing. Andy literally just records like
Yeah.
half the things he records.
Well, no, I mean, I
way
can.
loud. That's like
well,
on purpose. That's like not something that he would.
well,
ever
I can
take out.
I can discern the intentional like artful distortion from like accidental like audio. I just think the tracks like the files are a little like the gain is too high.
Yeah,
But that's not
yeah.
As far as the music goes, that's not that's something that shouldn't be taken into account. Like I'm sure that doesn't really matter to anyone else. So.
Yeah. And the
So
thing
that
is,
doesn't really-
he
doesn't
is
really
doing
take
that
away.
intentionally. Like you're not picking
Yeah.
up on that wrong. They're
And,
all
no,
way
I
too
don't-
loud,
I
and
didn't-
everything is all gainy.
Well, it
that's
sounds
just-
when I once I like turn my volume down a few notches, it sounds totally fine and great. It's just with all the other audio that I have on my computer, it's way louder.
Oh,
So-
is it? Oh my god, it's
Yeah.
unmastered too. That's so
Yeah,
great.
so that's. I mean, that's not really a complaint about the music. That's just a complaint about the files in relation to my computer.
Yeah.
So that's not really important. That doesn't take away from the album in any way. But yeah, I keep bouncing back and forth between the first two or the 2 and 3 being my two, because I Wish That Evening Sun Was Rising as well, because I really like the chord structure is slightly unconventional.
Yeah.
A lot of the chord chord structures in these songs are pretty similar. That's another thing I would say. Like, Are You Lonesome Tonight and Freedom Bound.
Did you know that he didn't write Lonesome Tonight? That's a Carter Family song.
Okay, yeah, I was afraid to ask. Are there any covers here? So that's not his song.
Yeah,
Damn it.
That's the only one. I know other people have said that to him. But I'm assuming you haven't heard the original. Then it's like
I
it is
haven't heard the
truly a
original,
cover.
no.
In
It's a pretty transformative.
It's like it's exactly what you'd want from a cover. Where it's like it's a thing in its own. It's like the way that he's going so hard.
Yeah.
And especially the fact that it's all
I-
acoustic guitar with no drums or anything or bass, and it's just such a fucking rock song.
Yeah, that's another thing I like a lot about this album is there are a lot of tracks that don't have drums, but he's able to maintain that energy
Exactly. Yeah.
without the need for that.
Uh-huh.
So I really like that about it. So a lot of these chord structures are the same, and they and most of them work. But that's what I like about Evening Sun Is Rising is that it's kind of different. It's kind of unconventional.
Yeah.
Not exactly what you would expect.
I think a lot of what
going
he
in-
does is like familiar chords and chord progressions, but done in ways that you wouldn't expect.
Yeah,
In
there's.
slightly
I mean, a
weird
lot of
ways.
these are kind of, like I said, he's wearing his influence on his weeds. Kind of borrowed, maybe a little bit, melodies, etc. But it doesn't really get to the point where I'm like, I would just rather listen to a Dylan record or something. Like I want to be listening to Scamperhouse. I go to Scamperhouse to listen to Scamperhouse and not to listen to that sound.
Yeah, exactly.
Scamperhouse is kind of a dingy place.
It sounds
walls-
like
the walls are.
Do you know what that means? What is a Scamperhouse?
He literally just
He
straight up made
just
it up.
he was just like, what? I think I might
There's
call
no
my
meaning.
album this, and we were like, what is this? And he's like, oh, it doesn't mean anything.
He's like, it just sounds cool.
It just sounds cool, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like fair enough. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sure he could draw some sort of metaphor relating to the theme of the album from that.
Like the only thing.
This relationship with this person sounds really cool. It doesn't really have any meaning, but I could get into it.
oh god.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
I don't know.
Devin.
I was gonna say the only thing I could see is like that he's like living in a new house, like kind of like
Okay, yeah.
looking onto Chicago, kind of like the way that the album art is.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's another thing. I think the album art is a really good.
Yeah.
I put a lot of stock into album art, and I think this album art is a good representation of the sound.
And
So
and
lo-fi.
it's just really good too.
Yeah, it's
I
just so
love the way
Yeah.
how it like it has like a frame
looks like-
on the bottom, but then it blends up.
Yeah, that is so crazy.
Yeah.
Wait, say it.
The way
That is cool. Like the border kind of goes
Yeah.
away.
yeah, like
Yeah.
that's like something
That
you'd
is cool.
expect like from like a real professional person, not just like
Yeah.
Andy in like Photoshop. Like that's like so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
I really like how the picture looks like it's like a VHS still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
and
the
it kind of looks like
quality
a
of it.
Polaroid because of like like how the writing is in that little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I bet if you took this exact same picture and like inverted the colors or something, you'd have a vaporwave album art cover.
Basically, yeah.
Well, I mean, I think his next release is vaporwave, so
You can just do that.
I could just remix Scamperhouse
Oh,
and just
Oh
make it a
my
vaporwave album.
man, that would be the best thing to ever happen.
that would be so weird.
I would call it like Scamper Japanese characters, 420, 69 Japanese characters.
Scamper otaku.
How do you think? Because this isn't the type of music that vaporwave artists sample.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So
like
how would
I
that
don't
work?
even know what it would sound
You would
like.
just put in like silly drum beats and then like just like jazz.
Yeah,
old
I might
jazz drum
have to
beats.
bring another part in. Yeah. Anyway, I think we got totally off topic.
Oh god, yeah.
To
So you wanna go-
everyone who's following along, take a drink. We just got off topic, so
yeah.
you can take a shot.
No, that can't be one of the drinks. That you would die.
You would die with any of the other ones. Like, yeah.
But like,
It's hard to discern though what
exactly
counts
what
as
is even
gonna
on
count.
topic. Like, you just be drinking for the first like 40 minutes straight.
Just straight like, is it done yet?
I can't stop.
You're just like, okay, let's just get it over with.
Just choking, like you'd suffocate from not breathing. But yeah, so
Oh,
we basically covered the first 3 songs.
Yeah,
What do you think of?
Evening Sun
Yeah.
is Rising is one of my favorites too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is.
it's really
yeah.
good.
Yeah, there's honestly, it's like I feel like at least 5 of the songs are like my top 5, or like are like my favorite. Like at least 5 of the at least 5 of these songs are my top 5. I've heard happily. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well,
Okay.
I'm Pert Happily. Welcome to Nice Tunes, where we review tunes that are nice.
Feels so bad for Andy, having never seen Parks and Rec. Just trying to.
Do you think he would enjoy it?
He's probably gonna hate it. We just shouldn't send it to him.
That's why he's not doing this episode, right? Because he'd probably hate his own album.
Yeah,
Because
probably.
he hates all the albums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Out of context, he would love it. But because it's for a nice tune, it's like how you have to. It's like when you have. It's like when you have to read novels for school,
Yeah, you instantly.
and you don't like them because you're reading them for school.
Yeah.
Andy doesn't like these albums because he has to do them on nice tunes.
Yeah. Secretly,
so accurate.
Secretly, that Green Day album is actually one of his favorite albums
Yeah,
ever.
he went out and like bought it on
Definitely.
vinyl and stuff. He listens to it all the time.
He's gotta love it.
Andy can't
He's
defend
gotta love
himself here. He's defenseless.
But yeah, when I leave her tonight.
When I leave, okay.
When
When
do
I leave her
this
tonight.
song tonight? That's what I want to know, little baby.
No, honestly, seriously, one of the best intros on this album.
Oh, the,
As far as like, it literally sounded like a Dylan song. Like I don't know how you get that sound, that guitar sound.
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that, I've heard that a lot of different places, and I didn't. Like I never knew how it could be, how you would create it, and I certainly never expected it to be on a record like this. That's kind of not a lot of people know. Like it's not super produced or anything.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk
But yeah, I
about
really like that.
his
What?
lyric stylings to him, Blakely.
What?
The style of his lyrics.
What do you mean?
Do you have something to say about the lyrics?
Their blues style.
Oh, that's on a way later track.
Okay.
Like it's just in one track.
I think I know what you're talking about because I was going to bring it up.
Yeah.
The kind of like
Freedom
A
Bound.
B C A structure
Or yeah, I think it's like
of the rhymes.
A B. Yeah, I guess.
Well, it's like it's like 4 lines. Like each verse has 4 lines, and the first and fourth are the same.
Yeah, or I think it's like A A basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I guess technically
Something
It's
like
like
that.
AAXXA. Like whatever.
AABCA, but
Yeah.
like yeah.
Yeah,
We'll get to that when we come to it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, no. I think that's the case on this when I leave her tonight. Let me. I'm gonna listen to it.
No, I was,
No, that's not really here. That's just on another song. It is, but like it always. No, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It just says leave for
Maybe I'm
tonight.
thinking of Are You Lonesome Tonight? I think that has that on it. There are
yeah,
a number of.
I feel like there are other ones that kind of do it a little bit.
Well, I noticed it about at least like 3 different tracks, and that was kind of like in the beginning when I heard that structure, I was like, I really like that kind of structure. I've always liked that kind of structure. A lot of hymns do that.
Yeah.
A lot of gospel hymns do that, where they kind of repeat the first line last.
Mm-hmm.
I really like that lyrical structure, and he uses it really well on some tracks. But by like the 3rd or 4th time I heard that structure, it kind of sounded like that's just kind of his go-to thing, and it didn't feel
Yeah.
like I wouldn't have done that, I guess.
Yeah.
But that's not to say I don't think it could have been any better, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. But yeah, anyway, yeah, it's a really good song, When I Leave Her Tonight.
Uh-huh. God, that organ at
Also,
the end. Wow. Okay, so I went over to Andy's house like during winter break, and he had me play a few organ parts on it. Which, by the way,
yeah, I was gonna ask you, where's the organ
okay
on this album?
Wow,
I don't hear it.
It's okay. Here's the thing. I think he mainly credited me because I spent like an hour or so like doing organ for him, and also what we did just because it's kind of quirky. Is like we took like a really nice like electric piano that we borrowed from our friend Zach Leslie, and then we borrowed, or maybe it was Kyle. Oh, it was Kyle from Kyle's Inferno, Dante's Inferno, Kyle McMillan. It was his like keyboard played out of Zach Leslie's amp.
Yeah.
Like and it was like
Okay.
so it was just like out of like a big weird reverby amp, and then so I played around like 3 songs. He took out everything that I did except at the end of When I Leave Her Tonight. You can barely hear it, like in the outro, and it like fades in.
I'm gonna listen to
as
it.
it's fading out. It's
for like maybe 5 seconds.
yeah, it's so hard to tell, but it's like I barely made it. So Andy has still never made an album where I wasn't on it in some capacity. I'm gonna sneak myself onto all.
Okay,
his
yeah,
albums
I hear
before
it.
he
I hear
dies.
it. I hear it. I hear it.
Yeah,
That's kind of cool.
yeah. I
I
mean,
didn't think
it
about
is
that.
cool there, but like
It's so weird.
it's like such
Okay,
a
hang
small
on,
thing
give
to
me-
get credit for.
Give me 1 second. I just got an email. Okay. Yes. If we could kind of like, I don't know,
Oh.
we'd just speed it up like a tiny bit. That's okay.
Yeah, we won't take
Wheaton Town. V Good.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I love Wheaton Town.
this has the similar energy of When I Leave You Tonight, where there's no drums, but it's still pretty
Yeah.
expressive.
Yeah, very. This one felt very Bill Fox to me too. Oh, like you said, yeah.
And he copped to that. Like
Yeah.
he said like this is like his like Bill Foxiest sound on the album.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially it's just like
Foxy.
the instrumentation for me. Hi, my name
Yeah.
is Bill Foxy. Just stealing Devin's jokes. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really have any much. I mean, it's a pretty short one.
Yeah.
I don't have that much to say
It's
about
in
it
about-
other than it's
Just barely 2 minutes, but yeah, like
it's a really good melody.
yeah.
And the riff too. There are a lot of good riffs on this album
yeah.
that I remember, as well as the melodies. There's
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
That's really good.
It's such a like odd little like thing. It's so great.
Yeah.
And then anything will be almost didn't get put on the album. Like me and Devin had to beg him to put it on there.
I can kind of see that because it is kind of different from the rest. It's good. It's a slow burner, like a really slow burner.
Yeah.
Like it to the point where like remember how I mentioned earlier how the files are really loud gain wise.
Yeah.
This one's like the opposite. This one's really low.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's kind of hard for me to like I had to turn it up after
Yeah,
I got to that
exactly.
track.
And then after that is
So,
the loudest track. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I'd
Yeah,
say
oh
this
my
is
God,
like
I don't even-
I'd say Anything That Ever Will Be is probably my second favorite track on the album though.
It's good. It's kind of
It's not.
yeah.
It's not really my favorite, but especially with that harmony in there, the harmony vocal, and like the way that the vocal's like off to the side, and it's like a really like sparse arrangement. Like I really like it.
Yeah, it's kind of dreary and
Obviously, it's not like everyone's favorite. Like no one else has like said they liked it as much as me. Like
Yeah.
even Andy like said he doesn't really like it as much.
I think originally I said I
So-
didn't know about him putting it on the album, like, but then
So are you trying to be me with the Beatles album thing?
yeah.
I like this is my favorite track because no one else likes it as much as I do.
God damn.
No,
I'm kidding.
I just
Yeah.
I need like Andy to know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then like the way that it's just like all this like vague stuff like all the way through, and then at the end it's just like the like I wish you lived here with me. It's just like
And just I
Yeah.
love when it goes into like the like second like
yeah, the like
movement or whatever you want to call it. Yeah,
Yeah.
that part's
Yeah,
so
it kind of builds
great.
in it, and there's more
Yeah.
less lo-fi instrumentation going on.
yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
And then it just goes into the loudest song on the album, which is great.
Yeah, Moviola is really good too.
Yeah, I really like the drums on Moviola just for
Yeah.
how insane they are.
I'm gonna listen to it one more time, or just start it, just so I can.
And it's
I will like this is.
Yes, this is the. I'm sorry.
I was just gonna say this is for Andy. I was a little disappointed that there was no mention of Woody Allen on this track.
Yeah.
Also we
Hello?
lost Matthew DeVoll.
Oh yeah, we definitely just lost you.
Hello?
You probably just hear in the other track like, wait, oh god.
Hello?
Matty D.
Okay, he's back.
He's back. Okay, we're still live. We're still live. He's back.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't know what happened.
It's fine. That'll be great when like you can line up our tracks, both of us just being like.
Yeah. So what were you gonna say? This is to Andy something?
Just that I was a little disappointed that there was no Woody Allen mentioned on Moviola, because like when I saw the title for that track, I thought it was gonna be like, or I thought it'd be like, obviously there is like movie stuff in it, but like I thought it would be a little more.
I don't know. I don't know anything about. I mean, I know Moviola is the name of a band, right?
Is it?
Yeah, that's that band that Andy
It's the name
likes.
of a band that he likes. Yeah,
Oh.
that's what I thought it was.
How do you know that, Matty D? Yeah, that's like how he. That's why he named it that.
Well, because one when the Pink Print episode when you did your top 5, that was one of his top 5.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
that? It's that
yeah,
band?
that band that he's like in contact with and sent him all those records.
And also,
Okay.
he sent a few maybe like a few months ago. He sent me their album, and he's like, "I want you to listen to this."
Oh god.
Which I still haven't, which
I know, I haven't
really
either.
upset about. But
Yeah, I've listened
that's
to
what
a
I
little
that's
bit.
what I thought the title was
Really-
a reference to.
Yeah,
I'm sure
it
it
totally.
is.
No, it 100% was. He told me that. Yeah.
I thought it was about movies because it says motion pictures of things that it said.
I mean, yeah, that's like that's what it really is. But
Okay.
like, I think it's like kind of like also referencing the band.
Okay.
It's like both.
Okay, that makes more sense.
This is Moviola is kind of the point of the album where I start. I haven't heard this half of the album as many times as I've heard the first half, and I prefer the first half. But these are still good. They still have all their own. Like I haven't really paid attention to the lyrics on Moviola or on Thoughts of Maria or on George in Love, but I still like the sound of them, and I think Moviola is just the other. It's kind of the partner to Let's Meet on the Lakeshore.
Yeah, they both have
'Cause it
that
has that
exact
similar-
same sound, that really distorted. And also, this
Yeah.
is the most Andy the Mutt song on the album. This is the most like straight up the chords and like the things that he's playing.
Yeah.
Are super power poppy.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Yeah. That's where the power pop came out as this track. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Freedom Bound is the one where that lyrical structure came in again, and at the point where I was like, okay, it's kind of getting a little bit tiresome, but it's still okay.
Yeah, this is like when I mean, Andy does that thing where he kind of like will repeat a line at the beginning and end a lot, but this one was straight up the thing that like Elvis did all the time or whatever, where it's like yeah, and so I really liked it. It felt like because a lot of this album is kind of stylistically similar to that era of music, like the stuff on his Morning Train mix. You know, like you can tell certain things are inspired by like Evening Sun and stuff.
Yeah.
I guess. I think just more of just like kind of like the.
I have to say
like
though,
warm, lo-fi sound.
Yeah.
Not necessarily like the. Like he doesn't sing like them at all.
Oh no, I don't mean the sound. I mean like the songwriting kind of.
Okay.
I have to say though, and this isn't because I don't like these are still just as good. I just in comparison with the rest of the album, I think either Moviola or Freedom Bound are probably my least favorite tracks. Just because of how much more I love the others.
I would say Freedom Bound.
But I don't.
Probably my
but I
least
wouldn't.
favorite.
Yeah, but I
which
wouldn't.
is saying
I
something.
wouldn't.
It's mine too, but it's like I still love it. Like,
Yeah.
like all the songs
I
are
wouldn't.
good.
I wouldn't subtract it from the album. I still think it adds to the whole thing as a piece.
Yeah.
Which is another thing I was gonna say. Voice crack. Another thing I was gonna say is that when I originally downloaded the singles that he released, which were "Are You Lonesome" and "Evening Sun," when I heard them, I wasn't like too super impressed. I was like, "Oh, this is pretty good. I'm excited to hear the album." In the context of the album, it's so much better. I think the album is really cohesive. I think in its sound. So
yeah, it really is.
it just made me love the song so much more.
Yeah,
Thoughts
I
of
had kind
Maria.
of the same experience with like the singles and then with the
Yeah.
album. Like I
Right.
liked them, but it was like because those ones were like the most rocky ones, and then
Mhm.
the fact that the album was more like complete than that. Like it wasn't just like the poppy rocker stuff.
Yeah.
It wasn't just rockosphere. You know what I mean? He kind of blasted out from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
Okay, I want to talk about Thoughts of Maria.
Oh
because-
God, yeah.
While again, I haven't thought about this one as much as the tracks in the first half. I could totally. This is like a country
Yeah.
sound.
Yeah, it's
The
great.
like the drums are so
Yeah.
good. I really love that, and I could just hear Brad Paisley or someone being like, "I've been on it." Like I could hear that sort of country inflection.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
And now that I say that out loud and listen to this track, I'm kind of disappointed that Andy didn't kind of put that on, because I could see him doing that, but it might have ended up sounding kind of laughable.
I think it's great the way it is.
yeah, I think that would have been a little
honestly.
gimmicky, and like,
Yeah.
it's like country, but in like the best possible way. I love that. Yeah, I'm so glad that you.
Well,
picked
yeah,
that
no,
one
I
too.
like a small, tiny bit of country
Mhm.
styles.
Yeah, and it's like that old kind of country style, like.
yeah,
Willie
it's
Nelson
kind
or
of
whatever. It's so great.
behind the clouds. It's just that.
Can you record a country album?
That's not an old country song, but well, it wasn't until like I kind of said it out loud that I kind of realized that it was kind of country. But when in the context of the album, when I was listening to it, it didn't stick out to me as like, oh, this is a country beat. I am not into
Yeah.
this as much. It fit just as well, and I really like the shuffle. It's kind of danceable, you know. It's kind of a swing dance style
Yeah.
track. I could see myself dancing in a barn
Dun, dun,
with some ladies
It's like square dance.
to this song. Yeah, exactly. I could see a country band playing this track.
Yeah. And then also just the fact that it's like
Which
Yeah.
like, it's about Maria, like
Yeah.
our friend,
Yeah,
which makes it.
yeah,
yeah. I just love it for like the lyrics and the melody.
even Maria sounds like the name of a girl you'd sing about in a country song.
Yeah. And I mean, it's like you would know this because you don't know her, Matt, but like she's the kind of person that you just have thoughts about, like
You
just
just, like,
randomly,
absent-
but
Mindedly.
nothing
and it's just
more.
where
It's
you'd
like-
be thinking like I hope you're doing fine.
And
Like,
it's like, what are you doing? Like,
yeah, it's like
I know what you mean. Like you have thoughts, but it's like nothing that you want to act upon.
or yeah, no, it's just like not that kind of thoughts, just like
You just think about
just
it.
what's Maria, like what.
yeah, it's like, what's she up to? Like,
What's
and
going
you
on,
like want to
Maria?
write a song about it, hoping that she'll survive.
How's she doing? Yeah.
I feel like that was
I can see it,
inspired
I
by our
understand
like
that.
conversations over winter break. If I had to
Yeah.
guess
Yeah.
with her.
So yeah, that one's good. And then Pre-esque is like possibly it's like one of my favorites, if not my favorite.
This is the thing I like about Pre-esque is when it starts, I feel I get a kind of sense of deja vu because I think I'm listening to Wheatontown again. So then I'm
Yeah,
like,
it is
oh
pretty
no,
similar.
it's the same song. Oh no. But then one of the best melodies on this album comes in.
Yeah, exactly.
Just such
It's, like,
a sticky
so
melody.
good.
I just
Yeah.
love
Oh,
in the chord
God.
structure and that seventh chord that he does like da, 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 da. That adds so much.
Yeah, and then it's just like the sweetest like most on point albums or like lyrics of like generally the whole
Yeah.
whole album in my opinion.
I really like this.
Yeah.
I just really like the structure of the words and the melody, and it didn't really mind me. I didn't really mind that it was a minute and 34. I didn't really
it
notice.
feels great as like a little baby track.
Yeah.
That's a thing that I didn't like. As we started talking about this, I was looking at the track times and realizing, oh wow, a lot of these songs are like kind of short-ish.
Yeah,
Like they
almost-
rarely go past 3 minutes.
exactly.
Yeah.
And the thing that it's like that shouldn't work. That they should all feel really choppy and stuff, but I
Yeah.
feel like basically none of them do. Like
Yeah, they all
this
feel
one
really.
does, but like it feels intentional. Like
They feel-
it's
yeah,
supposed to
they-
be like a small song.
They feel all fully fledged. They don't sound like
Exactly,
ideas;
yeah.
they sound like songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I like it so much. And my
I don't think I
Georgian
like
love.
Free-esque nearly as much as you guys, but I do like it just for like it's like really like airy, brief, like just,
Yeah.
like, joyful jaunt that it is.
Yeah, it's just such a nice little thing right before like the grand finale.
Yeah. Which again, because I haven't listened to the second half as much, I don't know too much about this one. This sounds like it's the closest any other song gets to getting as dreamy or dreary as anything that will ever will be.
Yeah.
I'm never going to be able to get that title right. Anything that ever will be.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the last, ballad before he closes out. And this
What a ballad it is.
What a closer. I'd say
Well,
this
I mean-
is like, by far this is my favorite track.
Yeah, like
Really?
it's not
by leaps and bounds for me.
yeah.
Okay.
It's not like my favorite track in the way that I want to just listen to Down by the Lake Shore every day for the rest of my life, but like this I wouldn't want to listen to all the time. But it is like I feel like it's the most like this is like probably the objectively just about best song on there.
I feel like this is the most like when you hear the hot singles off of here, like "Are You Lonesome Tonight" and stuff. You can sense that the chords and the kind of melody are slightly borrowed, and kind of you can hear the influences. But this feels like the most like it doesn't really it feels like the most like he's pulling this is the most Andy Ketch track, I guess, the most original.
That's what I was gonna say. This is like the most Andy track.
And it sounds
on the album.
it sounds the least it doesn't have that many, it doesn't feel that folky, but it doesn't feel that country-ish either.
Yeah.
And it just feels more lo-fi and just acoustic. Yeah,
it's like,
so I guess
it's really, really simple, but like really just weird in a cool way, and it's like so catchy and just.
I think it's effective. This
me,
is
it's
one
just
of those albums. Sorry.
To me, it's just like he's like the most like he's poured the most like emotion into this.
Yeah, I mean,
into
obviously,
this track.
like
And
I mean, he was audacious enough to
feel
put
it
to
way
that title.
more on
Yeah.
this track, like just through his singing and guitar playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, the acoustic guitar part where he's just hitting it like so hard.
Yeah,
it's like
and just,
it's
yeah.
he
And like I can just hear it in his voice, and it's like I like feel different when I listen to this song.
Yeah, it's such a perfect finale. It's like truly like giving everything and
and it's like the perfect placement. Like
yeah,
like this should be the end.
yeah.
I feel that way, but I mean, the more you guys talk about it, the more I start to agree with what you're saying. I haven't really thought about this track that much. This is one of those albums where I didn't really pay attention to how it ended. But when it was over, I was just like, that was really nice. I think I want to listen to it again, and I will. What
was that?
Dinner's done.
Oh yeah, he's making ramen too. That's why.
Like 12:30.
Yeah.
Oh my
College.
gosh.
No, but I feel the same. I feel the same way that you do about how this is the perfect closer, but I only feel that way because I don't think any other track on here could have worked better as a closer. I think this is the best that it could have done. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just it just fit. It just kind of fell right into place,
Yeah.
It's just like he was arranging these tracks and he's like, oh, My Georgian Love, I haven't put that anywhere. This will work at the end, and it does.
Yeah. And it's like I really love. I think the best part of this album for me, other than like everything else that's really good about it, is the fact that it's just like it is literally just all about like this like impossible love or whatever, and then at the end it's just like such like it's like he's just belting out the finale.
He's just kind of pouring out any left emotions that he has. Yeah.
And it's
I like how you
like
said. I like how you were like, I think my favorite thing about this album, apart from the other things, apart from just everything, apart from just other things that I like.
And if you like look at it at like, it starts with like, let's meet on the lake shore, which is like we will meet and then it ends with My Georgian Love, which is also like, I mean, it's kind of sad, but it's also like pretty uplifting if you like.
Yeah, it's not like
it's not like anything that ever will be, or like say bye to her tonight or whatever that it's called.
Yeah. God,
Like,
yeah.
It's kind of like at the beginning, it's more casual, like, hey, I want to meet this girl, but then by the end, he's like, I have really strong feelings.
It's like,
I guess
it's like even though it's like we like can't be like in the last song, it's like you still make me feel so free, and that's just so cute. That's just so adorable.
That's a great line. A plus line. I feel strong 10 on that line.
Yeah. I'm definitely feeling a strong. Not gonna delete this out of my iTunes. As like R rating. Anyone care to disagree? Anyone object?
I'm feeling a strong, willing to do a Nice Tunes episode about it.
Yeah, that in itself is a rating. Yeah, and it is of course important to note that we have the absolute highest bias. Like he's like our best friend. Like, it's like there's no way we could come on here like say we hated it.
Yeah,
like,
I feel like I wouldn't have enjoyed it nearly as much. This is the same way I felt about Seafoam. I feel like I would not have enjoyed it as much if I hadn't known the person.
Yeah.
And because we have kind of a little bit of an inside scoop on what the lyrics are about, I guess.
Yeah,
it's more interesting to us. But yeah,
it feels like it's like about something that we can relate because we literally like know
the people.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, we know the thing.
Yeah. So when I
I'd say,
you say what?
I'd say this is the number one album of 2015 that I've listened to. Maybe the only album I've listened to that's come out this year too. Yeah. But still number one.
Yeah. Yeah, no, like I said, I don't know if I've already told you this, but when I start, when I just start doing actual video reviews of single, individual albums, I think the scale that I'm going to use is a 5-point scale instead of a 10-point scale because because if I say I feel a 3, that could be anywhere from a 4 to a 6, so it leaves a lot more room. Yeah. So like some days I won't like it as much, but so with that in mind, I would give this a 5. Because sometimes it'll feel like a 10, but sometimes it might feel like like a light to decent 8. What?
You're just Anthony Fantano.
I know. That's how I feel about it. I feel like I said, 33 out of 33 albums I've listened to, this is number 4. Only under Björk's latest album, and the Jeff Bridges album, and the Natalie Prass album, which is just, these are really close together. I might even put Andy above that because it's still, I don't know. Like I said, like every time I look at the list again, I rearrange some things.
Yeah.
Wait, can we know what number 33 is? Can we know what's on the bottom of your
it's
list?
Currently number 33 is the new Doomtree record, All Hands. Doomtree is this hip hop collective. It's fun. I like all these. I like something about all these albums. I didn't hate any of them. It's just that's how I liked some more than others. So, and I feel like I'm gonna look back at this list and be like, I should give these lower ones a shot, and I may end up liking them more. But yeah, I love this album. Honestly, I was really surprised. I didn't think I was gonna love it as much as I did, but I really did. So T.Y. Andy.
Yeah, T.Y.
It is a good
T.Y. Matty V
12:30.
for being on Nice Tunes.
Yeah, of course. I said it's a good 12:26 right now. Didn't expect this to go as I didn't expect this to go as long as it did, but I didn't have anything. I didn't get interrupted, so we're good.
I am deeply sorry that
no,
that's
that's
impeding on your life this much.
That's
Nice Tunes always takes way longer than it should.
It's not your
So
fault
long.
in any way, shape, or form. It's just the stuff going on today.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be fine. Don't worry about me. I'm gonna be okay. I
We're
think.
always worried about you, Matty D. Thoughts about Matt?
It's gonna be on the next track.
Oh man.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, TY Matty D, TY Andy K, and TY Listener U.
Yeah. Thank you,
You've all been
listener.
great.
Thank you myself for
listening to
listening to this episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, TY to Matt in the future.
I'm sure that I'm gonna listen back to this and be like, oh, I should have said this, this, and this, and this.
Yeah, I probably will too.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's that is nice tune.
That is nice tuned.
I'm feeling nice.
You have
I'm
been
feeling
nice
a good nice
too.
on this one.
I'm feeling a nice
I'm feeling
to nice.
like a
nice.
white nice.
Yeah, a strong beefy tune on this.
I'm feeling a nice tune to a low nice tune. Nice tune means everything. That's the joke.
I'm feeling a nice tune to a nice tune. Nice tune. Yeah, not only will every act become nice tunes, but every word. We'll just be like,
Except
nice
for
tune,
two,
nice tune,
somehow.
nice tune.
like half the numbers are nice tune. Some of them.
Oh,
Alright,
yeah.
kids, let's
Like
count to
rough.
10. Nice tune, nice tune, nice
Six.
tune, nice tune.
Nice tune 3, nice tune 5, nice tune 8, 9, nice tune.
Nice tune, nice tune, nice tune,
Nice
nice
10.
tune, nice tune, 666, nice tune, nice tune.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all know that by 2016, the only numbers that will exist are 420, 69, and 666.
Wow,
And nice
that's a
tune.
close future.
And as far as the internet goes.
We won't even be able to say 2016
Oh,
anymore.
2066.
While
That's what it'll be.
I brought up the internet in the as chaotic as this is, no one will remember this next week when this is published on YouTube. But white or gold or black or blue?
Oh my god.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
What?
It's Coral
I
number 3.
I like only know what you're talking about because a million people like were
Okay, what do you
know,
think it
tweeting
is?
about it.
What is
Have
it?
you seen
And
it?
like I mean
Yeah,
I've like seen this like the
What was
like
it, like
evidence
black
that
and
it's
gold or
blue and
White
black.
and gold or blue and black?
But like
It's
obviously it looks white and gold or whatever.
Well,
people
okay,
are
it's
saying it is.
the reason everyone's so bent out of shape is people don't understand photography. Like the
Exactly.
pictures just lit weird.
Yeah,
like,
it's just like
If
They
if
use,
we
like,
had,
an
if we were
awful
all
flash or
if we
something.
were all looking at it in person, we would all agree on what color it is. Whether
Yeah.
it's white or black or whatever, we would all agree.
Tim,
I just
you're
don't see
better off not knowing what this is. Trust me.
Okay,
No,
let's-
don't.
It's
Oh,
literally
don't
just.
do it.
I want to explain it to him. It's literally just a picture that's going around Twitter of a dress that looks.
Someone literally
that
just tweeted a picture of a dress. Said, "Is what color is this?"
because
Like
she
I
was
can't.
confused.
Like me and my friend are fighting about it,
Mhm.
and somehow it became like an internet sensation.
oh, like
I
literally
don't-
today.
Yeah.
Like yesterday, this was nothing.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like truly evidence that
Well, I mean, it's like it's.
that like I mean this and like Walmart or like the Target guy, like anything can go viral in like a
Yeah.
day.
Target guy.
I think. What do you think it is, Devin?
Business Insider.
But black and blue, like that's like I feel like
no,
it's been
because
proved.
I think it's white and gold.
How
I
would
think
it be white though?
That's like not the picture that.
I think it's lit.
I don't know.
I think the lighting's weird and it makes it have a blue tint to it.
Yeah.
But everyone's eyes are different. I think it depends on the surroundings. Like my Twitter background is bluish, so when I first look at it, it looks blue. But then when I look at it closer, I start to realize it's white. Like I'm gonna pull up my Twitter right now,
I'm gonna do that too.
and I bet the first picture is gonna be. Okay, it's not, but it's.
I wonder if it has something to do with like people's like screens because when
Yeah.
I looked at it, it did not look like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is like me and Devin have had debates before because our website, wegetgeek.com, like
Uh-huh.
I always said the background was red and he said it was orange. And then
And
one
it-
day I saw on his computer
Yeah.
and it literally just was,
And
orange on
it was
his.
because
Yeah,
like the
some-
difference between Mac and PC.
Part of it has to do with
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Anthony,
It's just
before we
black
started this episode, Anthony Fantano said it was white and gold, and now he's saying it's blue and black. Come on.
Can't trust that guy.
It's blue and black. Obviously. I mean
No, I think it's white and gold.
Oh god damn. Okay, bye.
I'm so
Bye,
sorry I brought
Make
this
it
up.
end.
This has been Scamper Gold.
Okay.
I'm so sorry.
These leaves of grass